With the recent Spider's Den quality of life update, we got a lot of news about what is coming next in Hypixel Skyblock and generally when it's coming, so I want to talk about that in this video. But before we get to that, this video is sponsored by Yahaha. Yahaha is a brand new user-generated content creation platform for 3D multiplayer experiences. With Yahaha, anyone can publish their own games. Seriously, anyone. You don't need any coding experience to get started with Yahaha. Simply use the components and smart assets in Yahaha Studio and you can make any dream a reality. Yahaha also supports multiplayer, so you can play with friends or make new ones. So if you're trying to make and play some games, hop on Yahaha Studio with the link in the description below. And now let's get to the content. First up, I want to talk about Finnegan because I said I'd talk about him when we know his perks, and we do now. So Farming Simulator is his first perk, and that is going to make it so you have a 25% chance for Mathematical Hose and the Cultivating Enchant to count twice. I don't think that this one's that good. I think it's just making your number go up a little faster. Second perk, Pelt Apocalypse. You obtain 1.5 times more pelts from Trevor in the Mushroom Desert. You can hunt a new Trapper mob, and you can buy exclusive items from the Pelt Shop. These items seem to be a talisman and a belt. Obviously, talismans are swag, so I'm down for that to exist, and then the belt's gonna help you grind more pelts. The last perk is called Goated. Jacob's Farming Contest brackets include 10% more players each. So that just means gold medals are going to be a little bit less of a pain to get because it's going to be like the top 15% of people get a gold medal, and that is pretty solid. Honestly, he's not that good of a mayor. There's not much that I can say to sugarcoat it. Once you have your farming maxed out, he's pointless, and even if you don't have it maxed out, you shouldn't be voting this guy all the time over the mayors that are actually going to make you money. Now let's talk about the future updates. They actually put a lot of work into this one compared to the normal, this is pretty soon, this is a while from now. You know, they put actual time stuff in here and a bit of details on each of the different updates. So the first update that's coming soon is the Kudra Tier 5. This is obvious, they've been working on it, they just couldn't get it out for the Kudra Revamp release, and they said that this should be expected in about a week or two, so that is very soon. Next up, the Winter Island QOL. They're considering improving a few aspects of the Jerry Island. Details are going to come up at a later date or with its release. This is nice. The QOL updates they've been doing have all been fantastic, so the Jerry Island getting something should be pretty cool. If I had to guess, it's going to get an Ice Essence shop. Maybe they finally complete Operation Mayhem, but this is probably going to come out around Christmas time if I had to guess, because that would just make sense. Next, they talk about the Garden. The Garden actually ran into some technical difficulties on the alpha, and they don't think it's going to be ready before early 2023. They're sorry for the delay, but we've seen the Garden. There's not much to go into details-wise. Next up is the Skyblock Levels follow-up. A follow-up update to Skyblock Levels is coming up soon, and it has reached later stages of development. It should arrive on the alpha within the next few weeks. I assume that a lot of the update is just going to be adding the new ways to gain XP. You can see there's a lot of things in this coming soon tier, and I'm sure that they will be released then. Could there be more stuff? Hopefully, but we don't really know for sure because they didn't get too much details. The next one that they talk about is the Wizard Portal. They say that there is a big chunk of work to do still, but they are getting confident with an early 2023 release. So we will not be getting the Wizard Portal as a Christmas present. So sad, but we will be getting it sooner rather than later. The second to last update they go into note about is Garden Update Part 2, because there is going to be a Part 2 to the Garden. All they say here is there will be more, but we don't know how much or when. That's pretty funny, but I'm glad to see more coming to the Garden. Maybe we'll see some new crops get added, you know, new items in general. There's not a single talisman from the Garden, so that could exist, but we don't really know anything about that because they don't know anything about it. And lastly, the update that everyone cares about and we still don't get much info on, Foraging. They said that they're going to have more to talk about the Foraging update when they release their final 1.0 content thread, but until then, they are not at a point where they can reveal much about the update. So that is something that we didn't get a date for and we still have no information on, but it's being worked on. They have information prepared a little bit, but they're not telling us until that big 1.0 thread. Overall, I'm super satisfied with the update schedule that we've been getting. Literally anything is goated, and they've been putting out a lot of stuff. It doesn't seem like we're getting anything too major until the beginning of next year. Skyblock levels follow-up, Winter Island QOL, and Kudra T5 are all slated for this year, but none of those are like the biggest updates that everyone's going to care about. But it's an exciting time to be a Skyblock player, and I just wanted to show you guys exactly what the admins have in store for us. Let me know down below which update you are the most hyped for, and that's going to be it for your Skyblock news today. I've been Banana, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Peace out.